Hello everyone, Melthregon here, with a new challenge run of Baldur's Gate 3. This time, all my party members and I will be wearing Merregon masks and playing different strength builds. Quite a contrast to my very heavy on casters party from the Nine Hells run. Also quite different from that run, I'll be using a number of mods to enhance the challenge here. I've got mods to power up existing foes and add new abilities to existing bosses, as well as mods to add new encounters to the game outright. Should be a lot of fun to explore and overcome all those new things. As to why my fellow Merregons and I are going to start this challenge run by killing an enhanced version of our fellow devil Zhalk and his Cambion friends, as well as the Mindflayer on the Nautiloid, I guess I have to attribute that to our poor intelligence and wisdom scores. Mistakes will have been made. The mask stat modifiers, of course, are not shown over here on the right yet, but my charisma is going to be pretty darn bad here, so my spell save DCs are going to be pretty weak, so there's not much point in taking things like Vicious Mockery, as there might be on a normal run starting off as a bard here. But, as I've talked about before, Mage Hand is incredibly good for this fight, so I definitely want that. Now, one of the mods that I have requires me to add the 5e spells mod to the game, I guess so that new monsters can use spells like these. I don't really plan on using them myself, at least not extensively. The option to take command here is pretty tempting. Even with the bad spell save DC, just having another chance to make Zhalk drop his weapon is probably worth taking that for. A lot of these spells are only really good for fighting Zhalk, and I might switch them up once I get off the Nautiloid and so forth. But, Sleep is really good and has no spell save, so that's the kind of spell that I can use on this run. As we get into the run properly, I'll be able to change up my builds a bit and diversify into 4 very different strength builds. I'm never going to be good at some of the important skills like persuasion or perception and so forth in this run, but just the price I'm going to have to pay, I suppose. And as on my previous challenge run, I'm not really going to be using stealth. I think the game's AI is just not sophisticated enough to handle that, and so it breaks the game, so pretty much no stealth from me is what I plan on. As with my concurrent run of this game, playing as a solo blade singer, I expect that I'll be focusing mostly on the challenging battles here and probably skim over some of the just, walking around looting things or cutscenes that I talk extensively about on my Nine Hells run and so forth. I've given most of my commentary about the story and setting and things like that already, so I will focus mostly on the challenge stuff, I think, on this run. Well, first action of combat has to be covering up that face with a mask. She now has 18 strength, she'll get to a useless 19 when we recruit Shadowheart Merregon, but for now, this is what we've got. I don't have any strength-based weapons for the Melthregon yet, so I guess we'll just shoot that one. And I guess we've got various rest stations around here, so we'll do the axes we can. This is not a challenging fight, no matter what mods you've got here.
What now?
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle. Now,
Lame items on the dead Mindflayers, unfortunately. Nothing useful. That hand axe, though, I can put those things to work. And bards only find a rapier here for whatever reason, because we start off with a hand crossbow instead of a melee weapon. This thing, I guess, we might as well fight. Fight that before you recruit us, or us will become hostile and you'll lose him as a pet and ally. More Infernal Legion to go around. Okay, now let's free these guys.
The machine made them hostile.
let's end this.
Still on my feet.
I am fury. I am death.
No one stopped me yet.
Don't get as many spells prepared for clerics now that we have bad wisdom, but of course, only bless and command are really worth anything in this Nautiloid fight against Zhalk anyway. Having a bad command DC is going to suck, but it is always a luck-based first round of combat against Zhalk anyway if you want to try to fight him and his friends. One reason I'm playing a Bard, incidentally, besides Bard just being a really good main character class, is that their number of spells known does not depend upon their charisma. So despite having these masks giving me bad charisma, I can still add some decent utility and versatility to the party.
From this case, free us, please.
Let's see how we do with -2 intelligence. I think that's going to be a theme here.
From this strange context, you notice nothing unusual about the brain.
Alright, well, one of the nice perks of playing as a Bard here is being able to have Bardic Inspiration on everyone, when these plus 1d6 things really matter a lot. Shadowheart is probably the most vulnerable target, so I'll give her heroism. Not that that's going to be a big deal here.
Action, not reaction. My faith will guide me.
Where am I?
And then I always recommend that you, on this first turn, dash and dip your weapons before going into combat against Zhalk et al.
Everything is clear.
A devil not wearing a mask? This will not stand.
Now.
Alright. Well, I could, of course, enhance my odds of commanding this guy if I was to run super far in there so as to get out of range of Infernal Legion. But I'm not going to try to circumvent the challenge run rules that way. I'm not going to, throughout this run, deliberately have people run far apart to get rid of their intelligence, wisdom, and charisma penalties. On big battlefields, I'm sure it will inevitably happen sometimes that we're not all right next to each other, but it won't be part of a deliberate plan at the very least. So, 40% odds it is. It worked. With two people both drawing in multiple spell slots, it was almost guaranteed he would drop it eventually. Now, do we want to hit the boar for 2 to 10 damage, or hit the lesser imp, possibly killing it? I think I go for the boar because of just the quirk that its reach is less than normal, basically. So it's possible to get up here like this and then not have provoked an attack from it. Okay, got the sword, got everything. Oh wow, he's even giving me free attacks here for some reason. I'll take it. And I'll miss it. I guess I am out of Infernal Legion there, so no surprise. Okay, well, I usually have us go over here and go for that imp. I think that strategy still stands here. He, on average, instant kills pretty solidly. Pretty good start here.
We must take the transport.
Well, normally, of course, I would have Shadowheart do a command here, but that's no longer needed. So, I'll tell you what we can do, I guess, is reapply Infernal Legion to people.
On my way.
Then, if you attack with your main hand, you will probably kill. Nope. Okay. But now you can drop your no longer needed offhand. And if you drag that over to a mage hand, getting there.
And
Okay, this will almost certainly kill. There we go.
Got to focus. Time to strike.
So in that case, you can just run on in here and equip the Everburn Blade.
Need to stay focused.
And you, as you say, should stay focused on collecting Nautiloid tanks, I guess. Okay. Well, it's a rare treat to be able to actually hit Zhalk while he's stunned. That almost never works out initiative-wise. So yeah, we'll take it and we'll enjoy it while we can.
Take this shit, or Zariel will have your head!
And getting back toward that starting point.
I am fury. I am death.
Okay, back in Infernal Legion now. I think we won't use Bardic Attack on that one. And you will get in position to help Shadowheart next turn. While you will fly ahead and start pulling in bulbs for us to use. Double miss. But everyone gets attack of opportunity here. No, not Lae'zel, actually, our most important one. That's okay, we're ahead of schedule nonetheless, so it's gonna be alright.
I will ascend.
Okay, Mage Hand, while you're here, in initiative order, grab us the bulbs, and we'll move those over to Lae'zel. That allows us to magic pockets them over to Shadowheart. But before we move her away, let's try to get our use out of Infernal Legion. There we go. It's highly unlikely to work because you're Shadowheart and you're even worse with your hat on, but...
On I go.
Okay. That brine position should hit another Cambion when it pops in. We just must make sure not to put any of these Nautiloid tanks in the brine. Stand there where we can multi-attack of opportunity.
Kill them, or your spine is mine.
We'll probably save our inspiration. Wow, that's a lot of misses. Okay, we're getting to the point where we've missed so much that we actually must take some action to deal with that, I think.
Time to meet your maker.
There we go. Got our Infernal Legion back. I'm going to try to shove the Mindflayer very far away over that way. Yeah, we'll Bardic attack that one. Okay. Too many misses. Can't afford to just miss every single attack all the time. Okay, the Cambions have spawned in, as expected. Do we want to re-inspiration Lae'zel? We only have 3 more of them, but yeah, I think we should do that.
Let these intruders away! Furnace is ours!
Do better, Mindflayer. Okay, well the Cambions have spawned. So, now is our chance to blow them up. Yeah, we got them in Caustic Brine, but you can see they have greatly enhanced HP over the normal version. So they'll be a lot harder to bring down than normal mode is. Alright, so we stepped on there and they got blown up for decent damage. I've definitely seen better, but I've seen worse. So yeah, we'll take that. Do we have any more caustic bulbs we can use? We do have one. That might be something that we should use here for when this Cambion inevitably comes running on out. Why would you drop it in there? That doesn't even make sense. Okay.
Heading there.
Well, hopefully this gets her clear of Cambion range, but I'm not sure it actually did. Since she got run back in for some stupid reason.
Time to strike.
It is getting on toward time to summon the next crop of devils. But I think we can wait another little bit. No, that's not fixable. Well, if I throw Caustic Brine here, they'll probably come dashing through that and rebrine themselves. And it caught fire even though I made sure that's... okay. Well, that's unfortunate. That's kind of a waste.
Victory awaits.
I could throw for like slightly higher chance of 1 damage, but it's really not worth the trouble, I don't think. I don't have a candle to light my weapon with. Yeah.
Take this shit, or Zarya will have your head!
So many misses. This is just getting crazy.
Come a little closer.
Well, good thing I gave her heroism, I guess. But bad thing that the game stupidly had her run in to drop her Caustic Bulb for some reason. That doesn't make much sense. Over here, I suppose we'll go. Yeah, this is getting to be a big problem. The Mindflayer not hitting is making it so our damage is way behind schedule.
I am death.
Alright, this is probably going to summon the next group of devils. No, it didn't. That's fine. We don't necessarily need to hurry, because we're behind schedule on Zhalk. I guess we'll try again with the Caustic Brine and see if we can make these guys take a little extra burning damage that way.
Got to move.
think I will just drink a potion to not be in instant kill range. And we'll do a lot of throws in this game because throws use our strength, of course. We'll just keep that handy for when the mage hand can use it on the Cambions momentarily, I think.
Roll their corpses in the sticks.
Could be worse. We'll stand back here so we can fight the devils that'll spawn, I think. Okay, that was actually good that it missed that time. Because now we want to cast our new Bless, I think, and then step over there and summon new devils. New Bless needs to hit the Mindflayer and our other best attackers. There we are. And then in there, and we summon new devils to fight. Which is important because now, when Zhalk dies, the Mindflayer will stay on our team. Oh, those wacky caustic brine bulbs not actually doing what they say they'll do. Can't find path to the spot that's right over there, huh? There we go. That gave him some brine damage. We'll take what we can get.
My faith will protect me.
Okay, I think it is time to summon a replacement mage hand. Whose is this? Is this... This is Lae'zel's. We might as well use it for one more throw while we've got it, I guess.
I am death.
Okay, then fetch that hand axe back.
Swift and lethal.
Okay, and then Lae'zel can summon your replacement over there.
Let's end this.
And likewise, I think from you, it is time to summon a new mage hand. And maybe we'll drop a hand axe for it to use. Can I inspiration anyone in a useful way? The Mindflayer, but that's probably best not used now. No, I'll save that.
Kill them, or your spine is mine.
Okay, that's good. We want them going for the Mindflayer. It's not so good, but it's not awful either. There we go.
Let's finish this.
Now we must leave that lesser imp alive so the Mindflayer stays friendly indefinitely. That is the plan here. We also need that Cambion to go for the Mindflayer, which, I mean, hopefully it will momentarily, but it's not right now.
What's the plan?
Well, if we could Void Bulb and pull these guys together, that would be ideal. If it would let me. Why does it think that that spot doesn't exist? Okay, we'll try that. Okay, I mean, those guys are still together, so that's something. But it didn't pull him over, which is not so good. I guess you just stay over there. Two birds with one stone. Yeah, two birds injured with one stone is not so bad. And we'll try to push you back. And we'll fail, but, you know, oh well.
Time to strike.
I'm just kind of retreating the party away from the Cambions right now, because I want the Cambions to go for the Mindflayer and not for me, you know?
On the move. Focus. I need to reach the track.
Oh, it spent my inspiration on that. That's awful. Okay. Well, I do want Lae'zel and us to both get healed. I do want the Cambion to go for the Mindflayer and not for me. But I also need to start putting the hurt on that guy. I think we should probably give you a Bardic Inspiration. And we'll save our sleep for when we can really devastate with it. Should be instant death there.
One day I'll catch a break.
But for now, we're just trying to force them to go for the Mindflayer. There we go.
Taking position.
Okay, got a good heal on both of them. And then you'll come up here to help out with the Great Hand Axe chain, as we usually do. And you'll grab a hand axe for that purpose. And it's unfortunate that we can't get in there right now, but we'll throw a hand axe to do a little bit of damage, and then we'll try to pull it back to us. No, that one's gonna have to wait? Okay.
No time like the present.
We don't need to hit that, per se. It only hit the Mindflayer with gravity, somehow. Okay. That kind of spoils my plan there a bit. Okay, I was able to pick that one up at least, so that's something. Restarting the cycle. I could Inspiration Lae'zel again, or I could save that for the Mindflayer. I think the Mindflayer is the most important here.
Hope this ends well.
Okay, got a bit of damage there. Oh, it's provoking attacks. That isn't great. Okay, well, they just decided to charge away from the Mindflayer. That is very unexpected, and will require some adaptation. There we go. That helps make up for that weirdness. Okay. I'm still in a tight spot here where all my guys are severely injured, but the Mindflayer actually doing a Mind Blast and getting 2 guys is a big help.
Time to strike.
Well, in that case, I think I should take advantage of the situation here. I can execute that one, actually. If I sleep that one, I can just execute it with Lae'zel. So this is the one to go for. So we will do a pommel strike while you're easier to hit with that, lowering your AC further. Oh, or we could just miss it anyway. Okay. Then a lacerate on you. Okay. Well, you saved against that, but it's still a good damage there. Then I think we want these 2 to stand next to each other so we can drop a healing potion for the hand to use.
Better get to it.
I am fury. I am death.
Need to stay focused.
Okay. Imp getting closer. That's okay. And that part's less good, but it's okay. So if we now do sleep on this guy, that knocks him out, and then he can be instant killed by Lae'zel. And we can do an offhand hit against you. Yeah, 2 damage. Very good. Okay.
Victory awaits.
So this guaranteed critical kills that one. Nice. So we have 5 turns now to do the Cambion and the Mindflayer. We should be able to do that.
Got to focus.
Can we command you to just die, basically? Or should we Guiding Bolt you? 60%. 60%? Yeah, that's a good hit against the Mindflayer. We'll do that. Okay. The Mindflayer has higher hit points than usual because we're able to make Zhalk drop his weapon earlier than usual. Where's the hand axe? Is it doing that thing where it like, clips through the floor and is invisible? It is doing that thing where it clips through the floor and is invisible. Okay, that's probably enough Mindflayer damage for now, until we bring down the Cambion.
Need to act fast.
So we continue the hand axe cycle. Don't need to hit to apply gravity damage. It also hit the Mindflayer. No, it hit a dead Mindflayer. Okay, that's fine. We don't mind that.
Let's finish this.
Okay, well, I think I will give a Bardic Inspiration to Lae'zel. And I will just... Do I have a useful weapon action here? Yeah, I mean, we might as well try it. We got it. Nice. Ouch. We did it! Okay, Mindflayer. You are no longer required. We must not get the kill against the Mindflayer with gravity damage, though. That is important. Okay, we've got it. Several turns free, too, to loot everything. So that's great stuff. Just kind of bullying the imp with the mage hands.
Got to concentrate. Got to press on.
Okay, well, there were a lot of corpses to loot, so let's get to that. Money, trident, yeah, we'll be happy to have more throwing ammunition. We'll have now Melthregon save the day. Alright, well, a glorious victory in an extra hard version of what is normally the hardest fight in the game. But I'm sure there'll be even bigger challenges up ahead, with the mods adding new encounters that I haven't seen before, or enhancing existing ones. Hello, fellow Merregon. Who cares about that object next to you? Let's resume our adventure. Alright, well, off we go next time. Thank you for watching, everyone. And a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Keely, Master Knight DH, Jackie, Enlino, Travis, Andrew Curzon, Trubsy, Oliver, Croniche, Jago, Avocado Sandwich, Gregory, Broken Box, Jenna M, Just Becca, Jack, Nubiana, Nicholas Schmuck, Kostya Nesterovich, Frederick Brune, Emperor Kong 420, Robin, Stefan Van Zyl, Eddie, Mina, Ali Kasamoglu, Skylar Sauce, Nick Myers, Emp Ninjas, Chupaton, Diabetic Cat, Marvin Fang, Max, Afro Zamurai, Lodestone, Bick Mars, Brad, IJ23, Rodrigo Lopez Dato, The Coding Owl, Silent, Eldritch, Zadira, Nicholas Halden, Michael Meineke, Joe, Michael Piccone, Cosima, and Eduardo. Have a great day, everyone.